please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Moving on, the government tabled a bill yesterday to replace the ordinance that amended the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code in the Lok Sabha. Remember, earlier this month, President Ramnath Kovind gave his assent to the ordinance which makes it tougher for willful defaulters to bid for their companies during the insolvency process. There are, however, some changes in the tabled bill. Lata spoke to the head of SBI, Rajneesh Kumar, the MD of JSW Steel, Seshagiri Rao, and Rasesh Shah of Edelweiss to find out how they read the bill and the changes proposed by the government. Listen in.
When we are looking at resolution, the credibility of the resolution plan and credibility of the promoters or the bidders. So that has to be a key consideration apart from the technicalities and legality.
Mr. Rao, did you see the new bill and the bankruptcy amendment bill as against the ordinance? Are there any material differences?
I have glanced through the just one page which has come by WhatsApp. I have not gone through carefully.
Okay.
But whatever I read, I am finding more of a clarificatory in nature than changing the spirit of the amendment which has been done earlier.
Okay. And one more question I had for you. There were people who raised the doubt that if even one of the group companies are an NPA, classified NPA, then that group may not be able to apply as a resolution applicant. Could you get any legal vetting on this, Mr. Rao?
No, it is a very generic statement saying that if any company becomes an NPA in any group, all the resolution applicants of that particular group get disqualified. So we have to see from the definitions that have been given in the IBC and also Companies Act and the SEBI. All these three together we have to test who is the resolution applicant, who are its promoters, who are the connected persons, and whether this disqualification is applicable for those entities coming under these definitions as given under various acts.
Okay.
So it is a very generic statement to say that any company becoming NPA in any group, then entire group get disqualified. I don't agree with that interpretation.
Okay. Rasesh, the same question to you. What have your legal eagles told you about the disqualifications for those who can apply as a resolution applicant? Will this NPA issue can it be put to rest already, or do you think it will pose a problem?
I think the way it has been drafted, it is still a grey area, and I'm expecting that a few NCLT pronouncements on this will clarify the air, because I think eventually there are group companies which are more integrated, there are group companies which are not very integrated. So I do believe that this will, and it has been deliberately kept a grey area because you cannot be too overly specific. So in the end, it is going to be case to case on who is allowed to be a resolution applicant and who is not as per the ordinance. I think the spirit is that somebody who has not has good credit standing, has not got good credit performance in the past, should not be eligible to bid, because you only want people who bid have got good credit standing in the past.
Yeah.
So I think that is the spirit. It will get tested. I don't think it is as clear cut as all of us are hoping for it to be.
Okay. Well, in that case, Rasesh, are you saying that the NCLT, the NCLT has respected the spirit of the IBC beautifully until now? Do you think that will continue and therefore all credible applicants will be allowed, or do you think this is still something that has to be tested?
I think the spirit is all credible applicants should be allowed, and eventually it will also be a case of what are the other alternatives, because let us say if there is only one applicant and if the only other alternative is closing down of the company or the liquidation of the company, I do think that because the entire NCLT, the entire Insolvency Bankruptcy Code has been drafted keeping in mind revival and restructuring of the existing assets, not liquidation of the assets. Liquidation is the final option when everything else fails. So I think even that will play a role in terms of how the insolvency professional, the committee of creditors, and then the NCLT views the credibility of the applicants who come up with a resolution plan.
Okay.